You know what time it
Time to
is.
stand up and speak your mind. In this elitist jungle, keep the beats alive. Whether yoga or doja that keeps you high. Gotta stay up, cause on the street you die. Time to wake up and see the light. Stop counting sheep, seize your life. Free your eyes and see suns rise on the horizon. Where the street meets the sky. The master's ignorance feeds our master's greed.
Good morning, everybody. What's going on, everybody? It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. The sunshine is glowing. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up and start your muscles growing. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up and wash your stinking growings. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. That's the fucking good morning song. In case you ain't figured that shit out. That's the song I sing to the baby girl in the morning. It's time to get. I kind of do it. Usually do it in like. It's kind of like. I don't know why, but it's like I started to do it. I kind of feel like it was like orale. You know what I mean? Like time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Órale. Creeper from Cholo Fit. I'm Creeper's cousin. I'm Creeper's cousin from Creeper. You know my cousin Creeper from Cholo Fit? He's funny. But that's I don't know why, that's the voice I hear in my head when I hear the time to get up. I hear like the Cholo voice. It's time to get it going. It's time to get up. It's time for the mornings. Just got through watching Altered Carbon over the weekend. Whoo! That's the third time I've seen the first season through. Shit was really good. I was actually sick this weekend too. Again. Man, I still got lingering stuff from the last time, and yet here we are again, getting myself all twisted up. I'm telling you, it's from my daughter going to daycare and bringing shit back. I'm super glad, though, this time it only lasted a couple days. It hit me like on Friday. It felt like shit. And then on Saturday, or no, was it Friday? Yeah. It must have been on Friday. I felt like super shit. And I had to do work. I had to drive north. So I drove north a little bit, came back home. And I must have taken my temperature after I came home. Because after I kind of went to work a little bit and came home, I had a temperature of 100 degrees. I was like, oh shit, I like have a little fever. No wonder I'm shitty. So yeah. And then on Saturday, same thing. I just took a chill pill and relaxed, and same thing is. So anyway, we ended up binge watching some shows. Yeah, but today I feel great. Actually, yesterday, Sunday, I felt much better. Today I woke up, man. I got up early this morning. I hit the gym, and now I'm going to do the pot. I'm like, okay, great. I feel great. Last time that fucking thing hit me, it took me out for a week, 2 weeks. So maybe this time my body's like, yo, all right, we kind of got a little immunity here, and we know what to do when you send a kid over there. I still got a little nasal cloggage, but no biggie. You know what I mean? It's not. Yeah. Anyway, that's wild. It's cool how the immune system works and how you can kind of see how that works, especially after that first time it really leveled me, really floored me. I thought for sure I got the vid. Tested negative again. I thought for sure I got the vid. I hope I get the vid. I mean, I don't hope I get the vid, but throughout this whole thing, I'm like, man, throw me the vid. Throw the vid my way. Let me get it. Let my immune system do what it does, and see where we're at. That's been my stance this whole time. That's always been my stance. I don't live my life in fear that way, I guess. I didn't understand the lockdowns. I thought they were very fear-based and fear-driven. I completely understood being cautious around those who are more susceptible, perhaps more vulnerable. But we never really did that for the flu. I mean, I didn't necessarily do that for the flu. Granted, now, if somebody, again, was vulnerable or more susceptible, but then that would have been personal choices. Those would have been personal responsibilities that we had amongst the family. Those would have been communications that we would have had. Hey, don't take the flu over to grandma. That could kill her. That would have been what we would have talked about. It wouldn't have been this worldwide thing. And that's why that's why I didn't understand the lockdowns, didn't understand this fear mentality. I mean, as soon as it came on the news, like, oh my God, it's going to be COVID thing, in my head, I was just like, the news is blowing this out of proportion. Like, they blow everything out of proportion. That was my thought instantly. I was like, oh, fuck, it's another election cycle. Here we go with another, there was always something for some election cycle. There was always something SARS. You know what I mean? Like, here we go with the distraction and the clickbait and the fear. And I was like, dude. And then they wanted to lock us down. I was like, are you kidding? What the fuck? And the job I had was deemed essential. Huh. Oh, okay. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm one of the heroes, man. I'm essential. I was an essential worker. I was out there on the front lines, out there and dealing with customers and people and all that. Know what I mean? Fucking frontliner. Never got it. And in my head, I was like, okay, cool, COVID, bring it on. Why are we locking down? I don't understand. Why are we locking down? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, as soon as the bodies weren't piled in the streets, we should have opened up shop. I mean, that was the feeling we were going to get, right? That was the feeling that came through, was that bodies were going to be fucking piling high in the streets. We were going to be burning bodies in the streets. Half the population dead, like in the movies or something. That was kind of what the feeling was. And in my head, I was like, they're blowing it out of proportion. They blow every fucking thing out of proportion. That's all it is. They're blowing it out of proportion. They're trying to distract you from the election and keep everybody inside because that's the game they play. Who's they? The cabal. The fucking ruling, the evil cabal. I had a guy, so I knew a guy. Have I told this story before? Man. I think I have told this story before. But there's a question. Do you really think that there's a evil cabal out there? Yes. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Absolutely. It's the oldest fucking story known to man. Good versus evil. Duh. Fucking duh. All right, so let's talk about my definitions because I'm being haughty right now. So I did some definitions. I think last time I spoke about going back and doing my definitions, and I did that. So we could look at that really quick because I wanted to look up the definition of moral. Moral, M-O-R-A-L, concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior and the goodness or badness of human character, holding or manifesting high principles for proper conduct. Moral. And that came in with the conversation over morality and what would you do if your survival needed you to abandon your high principles for proper conduct. Would they have you abandon right and wrong behavior, the goodness or badness of human character? I might have been looking up fathom, which was a cool word. But today I wanted to look up humility. And the definition for humility was freedom from pride or arrogance, the quality or state of being humble. So then I looked up humble, not proud or haughty, which is spelled H-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Haughty. Damn! I'm a haughty. Not proud or haughty. Not arrogant or assertive. Reflecting, expressing, or offered in spirit of deference or submission. Ranking low in a hierarchy or scale, insignificant, unpretentious, not costly or luxurious. To make someone humble in spirit or manner. To destroy the power, independence, or prestige of. And those last two were like the verb. And then, you got to humble that motherfucker. To destroy the power, independence, or prestige of that motherfucker. But then I looked up, I was like, haughty, what does that mean? Not proud or haughty. This is a good one. Again, I'll spell that for you. H-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Haughty. Blatantly and disdainfully proud. Having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior. And I wrote down guilty. Guilty. Because I'm fucking guilty of being haughty. I am a smoking ass hot hottie. Goddamn. Arizona Smoke Show right here. You're welcome. Yeah. Blatantly and disdainfully proud. Having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior. I have that problem. I definitely, certainly have that problem. Having or showing an attitude of superiority. Abso-fucking-lutely. Guilty as charged. I just did it. Can't remember what it was that I did, but I just fucking did it. I had a conversation this weekend. I was talking shit about people. People, I don't understand. People here in Arizona don't seem to understand how to use the fucking suicide lane. Do you guys know about the suicide lane? Do you know what the suicide lane is? That's the fucking yellow, the lane in the middle. You have two lanes going that way. You have two lanes coming this way, and there's the lane in the middle. It's got the solid yellow line and then the hatched yellow line, and it's a lane in the middle. That lane is for entering and exiting traffic. Okay? It's called the suicide lane. We call it the suicide lane because two cars coming head on, you know what I mean? And you're getting into the middle of traffic. That's what it's for. It's for making left turns into parking lots, and it's for exiting those left turns and entering the traffic, okay? My problem is that people will sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Like, turn left, motherfucker. Turn left into the traffic so we can all start to move freely and then merge yourself into traffic. That's what it's for. Or my other problem with people is that they when they're wanting to make a left turn, they like half ass into the fucking thing all slow with their ass fucking hanging out and they're blocking traffic. It's like, get in the fucking lane. I become a fucking animal when I'm out there driving. Say what you made me do. Look what I've become. That's me being haughty because I'm being superior. I'm a fucking superior driver. I mean, I know I'm a superior fucking driver, okay, than a lot of these fucking clowns just in the world in general. People, you know, fuck. Where did you get your driver's license, dude? When was the last time you read anything about any fucking thing about how to drive on these streets? Who taught you the rules? What the fuck is wrong with you? Something wrong with you. I certainly am fucking superior to you because I know how to use the fucking suicide lane properly. I know how to merge, use my blinkers, tell people where I'm going. I mean, look at me. You see the size of this fucking head? There's a huge fucking brain in there. Haughty, see? I'm superior, acting superior. And I'm not being humble either. No humility whatsoever when it comes to these fucking clowns on the road. No humility. Humble much? Berg? The Berg, he's a really humble guy. Shit. Don't get me fucking worked up. Start getting me worked up and the humility goes out the window. Super haughty right here. Monday morning. What's your excuse? I got up early, got to the gym. What'd you do today? You fucking sleep in? Sons of bitches. Must be nice not to have to get up till fucking 9 a.m. You know what, though? Here's the deal. I get to get up this morning. I get to get up early. I have the great privilege. I have the great privilege of being able to get up early this morning and go to the gym. Some people can't sleep at night because their fucking world is literally on fire. Some people have no freedom. Some people, what's happening in Iran? What's happening in Iran right now? Some bitch got fucking killed because she took off the thing on her face. Wow. Imagine that. And then and now I want to get haughty. I want to get all haughty again and start talking shit about the bitches in this country. And y'all bitches complaining. That's right, I fucking said bitches. What? This is a free country. You don't like it? You're offended? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm being real haughty right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I just think that honestly, there could be some gratitude. Damn, I'm getting on the women again, huh? Why am I getting on the women lately? Why am I angry at the women? What about the men? Yeah, you fucking assholes. I mean, the whole reason women are all pissed off in this country is because you fucking men acted like a bunch of fucking assholes, a bunch of fucking pigs, and abused your fucking power. You didn't respect women for what they are, our birthers, our mothers, our sisters, our daughters. You didn't fucking respect them. And what did you expect? They fucking retaliated. What the fuck did you expect? You continue to treat somebody like that. Right? Look at what's happening in Iran. You treat women like shit, there's going to be a fucking revolution. And there'll probably be some really strong men on their backs. You know why? Because I have a daughter. I raised my daughter to be a fucking upstanding, responsible young woman, and some dude takes advantage of her. Motherfucking this strong man right here is going to fucking come after you. Fucking count on it. Believe it. Fuck. Yeah, I talk a little bit of shit. I run my mouth. We discussed that. The Berg. The mouth. So I'll talk shit on men too. Motherfuckers, get your shit straight. Get your act straight, man. I've been guilty of mistreating women. Why? Because I was a coward. Because I wasn't doing what I needed to do to take care of myself, and so I would take it out on a weaker person. That's a bully. Right? We talked about me being a bully, being a cunt, and that comes from me not being confident in myself, me not taking care of myself, me not paying attention to what's going on in here and in here. My head and my heart. That's what cowards do. Cowards control women, control those who are weaker than them. Cowards. Because they don't take personal responsibility. They're taking responsibility over others. Cowards. That's the tyrant. That's a tyrant, and that's a fucking coward. That's just like my opinion, man. Is it appropriate to get haughty sometimes? That fucking word cracks me up. Is it appropriate to be a fucking haughty sometimes? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. But there are some men out there who I greatly admire and watch them be humble like all the time and not be haughty. I'm sure they can be haughty. I'm sure. They don't necessarily show it a lot. They have it under control. Haughty is an emotional reaction, I believe. Probably based on some fear. I run my mouth. Again, as I get more comfortable in the podcast and I get more comfortable with you guys and I get more comfortable talking shit, that's going to happen. I'm going to run my mouth. I like to run my mouth. It's fun. Doesn't always get me. I got in trouble when I was a kid for running that mouth. Dudes wanted to kick my ass. I wouldn't even realize I was doing it. My mouth would just run. I had some of my buddies would have, no, hey, it's cool, man. That's just the way he is. He just runs his mouth. He didn't mean anything by it. But now I'm an adult, so there is no more excuse. And I'll run my fucking mouth when I want. Most of the time I'm joking. I'm fucking around. That's really what it is. I'm fucking around. Venting and talking shit. But that's really true. I mean, men and women. That's the real problem here is that we've stopped working as a team. We've stopped respecting each other. We've let the fucking media run rampant and divide us. Excuse me. Just like the whole country's divided. Women are a tribe, men are a tribe. And we forget that we're the human fucking tribe. Honestly, that's what we are. We're the human tribe. We've lost God. We've lost spirituality. We've gone completely off the fucking rails. It's hard not to talk shit. It's hard not to talk shit sometimes. Sometimes I feel like the shit talking. But I'm working on becoming a leader. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I'm not sorry. You know what? I'm fucking not sorry. Get a fucking dose of this. Get a fucking dose of this shit. I went to an AA meeting with a buddy of mine over the weekend. He got his 60-day chip. Went to a meeting with him, and there was a dude there. I thought the gentleman was handsome. I thought he was attractive. He looked like he was in shape, you know. He had the jorts on. I love my jorts. You know, he was slender, kind of tallish, a little taller than me. And I thought, you know what? He looks like he's in good shape, man. Wow, like that dude. You know, I thought he was a handsome dude. And I realized, like in my head, you know what? I wonder if someone like him looks at someone like me and he says, yeah, that's a handsome dude. I wish I had a little more meat on my bones. Like he looks like he goes to the gym, but you know, he's got a little bit of meat on his bones. And I'm so fucking skinny. I wish I had a little more meat on my bones. Hey, you don't think about that sometimes. Sometimes we get caught up in this thing of losing weight and being slender and being shredded, being ripped. And we forget that maybe some dudes are looking over there, you know, or people are like, man, you know, he's got a little meat on his bones. That looks healthy. I feel fucking skinny. Never know. That's kind of humility. You know, you forget that. You forget. You think like for me, because I'm a fat guy. I've been a fat guy, you know. And so but that is the image we have in our head. Slender, ripped, shredded guys, right? I mean, that's what we think of as. I know plenty of women who like dudes that got meat on their bones. They like their boys, you know, manly. Like them sumo dudes, you know what I mean? How many bitches are them sumo dudes getting? Not that it's all about getting bitches, but that is kind of what it's all about. Fucking getting bitches. Biologically. Fire at will. Bzzz. What are we talking about? I'm off on a fucking tangent again. Haughty, humility. Getting off on these tangents quite often lately. Thinking about heading outdoors today. Maybe go throw a few rounds downrange. Get that outdoor podcast I was talking about. Maybe get that going. I got quite a few things on my mind lately. Lots of things going on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot going on that I'm not sure. I know I'm not ready to talk about here on the podcast. I'm not ready to share. I'm not quite sure what. There are some conversations that need to be had with family about what the future holds, about what we're going to do, about what's going on. And those conversations haven't happened. We need to have those conversations, you know, and so I don't want to share just yet about what's going on until I know more, until I understand more, have been able to process more, and things maybe are set in motion. Does that make sense? I feel like in the past, I've done things where clearly you can see I like to just run my mouth. And in the past, I perhaps would have got on the podcast and just started vomiting stuff. But here I am in my head thinking about what's going on, saying, hey, I'm not ready to talk about that just yet, and needing more information to gather, to get the intelligence together and the recon together to put together a package, a plan of action, a mission, right? We need a target package. And at this point, there isn't enough. The recon and the intel isn't enough to put together a target package and to head out and take care of this mission. And so I'm not going to talk about it just yet. The time will come when there will be a time to talk about it, and I will let you guys know. That time is not today, is not now. But it's on my mind, as you can see it just for a moment there. It's on my mind. Some serious things are coming up. There'll be some struggles ahead. There'll be some challenges forthcoming. Challenges are coming. And I'm putting myself in this mindset of, okay, challenges are coming. In the past, I've been a person to catastrophize. I wouldn't prepare myself pre-challenge, right? For a good example, and this may seem silly to some, but to me it was a pretty serious thing. Really, really quite serious, and could completely end up in catastrophe. And quite frankly, ended in catastrophe a lot of times because of the way that I would react and the way that I would handle the situation. And these situations are very difficult to handle. It's really hard to kind of share with you what it's like to put together something from Ikea and get it put together without throwing a complete total fit. And those fuckers at Ikea are really fucking smart, actually, and they've really come up with a way, And so then what happens is you get spoiled putting things together at Ikea the first time it's, and then something will come from some Chinesium fucking thing will drop down, and really those are the worst. But I would get so fucking pissed like an animal, and just you know how you can't get some of that shit together, and the fuck it just, oh my God. Seriously get pissed. But more over the years, especially, like I said, especially since I put down the drink. I've begun to think on these things. It could be anything. Like you would go out there to work on. I've done that before, where just recently I did a job on the truck and ran into a problem, an issue, and I didn't flip my shit, didn't fucking blow my top. Another thing, I had a situation with the service vehicle recently, and I didn't blow my top. I was out there working on the service vehicle. Several things went wrong. There was some broken glass there because another vehicle had gotten broken into, or some broken glass there. And I was spun around with my jack to do something, and I slipped in this broken glass and fucking ate shit. Fell down like whoosh, bam, and landed there. And I laid there for a second, and I just I in my head, there was a moment where I wanted to scream. I wanted to yell. I was going to fucking blow like Mount St. Helens and fucking bring down Pompeii. Oh, I was fucking laying there. But I thought, you know what? In that moment, I was like, no, just breathe. Okay. What does this mean? Maybe maybe slow down for a second. Hop back up, get back into the situation, and just go. And I thought, well, hey, see, you can do these things. You can change. You can grow. It takes practice. It takes patience. But you have to stick with it. I don't always do that. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? Sometimes in the car, in the vehicle, and this idiot didn't use the suicide lane properly, and look. But going into things now, before I get some Chinesium thing and I have to put it together, I take a moment and think, hey, this is going to be challenging. There's going to come a time I'm not going to blow my lid. Ikea thing, I'm not going to blow my lid. I'm going to work on the truck, I'm not going to blow my lid. Hey, guess what? This podcast is over. I'm not going to blow my lid. Peace. I'm out.
You know what time it is. Time to stand up and speak your mind. In this elitist jungle, keep the beats alive. Whether yoga or doja that keeps you high. Gotta stay up, cause on the street you die. Time to wake up and see the light. Stop counting sheep, seize your life. Free your eyes and see suns rise on the horizon. Where the street meets the sky. The master's ignorance feeds our master's greed. Open your mind and read some chapters.